Good morning, everybody. Today I would like to give you the first review of what we have discussed so far. For the first review, I have some points again to share to you to refresh what you have learned, what you have come across in previous videos. All right. Number one, let us reflect that parents have to play their roles. The aim is to enable their children to join the test and to gain success in the test. Therefore, parents may offer to their children not only psychological help, but also cognitive help. If they have relevant knowledge on what is to be tested to their children, it is advised that they can share those information or the knowledge to their children. Number two, similarly, teachers also have their roles to play. Even roles of teachers are heavier than those of parents. For teachers, offering helps, both psychological and cognitive, are obligatory. It is a must. They have to do it for all the responsibility they have. Even more, teachers have to help students to be so familiar with the test, items constructed, and how to supply the answer to individual test items. Number three, for all teachers or teacher candidates, knowing that testing is an integrated part of learning is so helpful. Even this is the basic knowledge for teachers to have as the treasury of their stored knowledge. Testing is usually done after students learn some materials with the purpose of knowing whether or not materials learned have been internalized, accepted, mastered, stored in the memory, and easily accessed for use. Number four, for teacher candidates or teachers, knowing kinds of tests is so helpful. Teachers or teacher candidates know the achievement test, the test administered to see the progress of students' learning, and or to know the achievement, the final achievement students gain, is something very important. And for the achievement test, there are two. The first is progressive, and the second is final achievement test. Progressive is to see whether or not students already receive, understand, internalize the materials, and there is a time for, let's say, giving them a remedial teaching. But then the final achievement test is to see their real learning attainment. And there is no more time for teachers and students to have rehearsals to improve their learning. Number 5, teacher candidates or teachers. Come to know some kinds of testing is very good, is helpful, and they are like direct, indirect, discrete, integrative, objective, subjective, and communicative. Let us see quite in detail. A teacher can directly test his or her students' knowledge, for example, grammar. This is by giving them grammatical test items. Or he or she may test students' grammatical ability through speaking. As teachers, you can ask your students to speak, but what you want to test is their grammatical ability. This is what direct and indirect mean. B, a teacher can test grammar alone, but he or she can test grammar in combination with reading, vocabulary, listening. This is what discrete and integrative mean. A teacher may use multiple choice, true, false, yes, no, agree, disagree. But he or she can also use essay questions. This is something to do with objective and subjective testing. A teacher, the last one, a teacher tests students' speaking ability. Say, for example, he or she asks his or her students to tell to the class or tell her or him about his daily activities. Again, for the communicative testing, teachers do not really pay attention to grammar and pronunciation. What he or she pays attention to is the message is well transferred and received, and in return the speaker receives the responses from the listeners. Thank you so much for the first review. Please read again the book and or browse other books in relation to language testing and read it critically again and again. Thank you so much. God bless you.